This boxer claimed he used to beat down Mike Tyson himself during sparring.
The very next day, I came in the gym with a different attitude towards him. I went into the ring and I busted him up.
However, at that point, Tyson was only 14 years old, while Carl Williams was an adult pro with an 11-0 record.
Well, he sparred when I was 14, 15 years old, and he couldn't keep me then. And now I'm 5 times, 10 times the fighter now.
Even back then, at such a young age, Tyson had the tools to stun his opponent. However, the shots from a grown man were bound to find their mark, even with Tyson's freakish natural speed. You could already see the seeds of his bone-crushing power taking root. Tyson was developing his trademark style, hanging tough against such a formidable foe and trying to keep the damage to a minimum. To compensate for the size discrepancy, he stayed active on his feet, stalking and waiting for the perfect opening to explode. It was obvious that he was leading those bouts, but now he had to deal with a titled Mike Tyson in his full prime. A 36-0 record 6 years later spoke for itself. From the opening seconds, Tyson was locked and loaded, ready to show Carl exactly what happens to people who run their mouths like that. He was slipping shots and closing the distance, countering with bad intentions. When the ref stepped in to break the clinch, Carl gave Tyson a disrespectful shove, essentially signing his own death warrant. Carl wound up for a massive uppercut, but hit nothing but air. As they closed the gap again, Carl started working the body and head, trying to crack Tyson's guard. He whiffed on a punch and immediately ate twice as much in return. Tyson began weaving through jabs with surgical precision, putting his signature head movement on display and not letting a single shot from the flurry land. Even so, Carl was trying to utilize his reach advantage, finding success in small exchanges. But Tyson's shots were different. Every blow he landed carried the stopping power of a baseball bat. Carl answered with a stiff jab, landing flush on Mike's dome. After eating a shot like that, Tyson's go-to was to close the distance, smothering his opponent's reach and forcing the ref to step in and break them up. Despite the friction, he kept sticking to the game plan, ignoring the referee's warnings to keep it clean. They were separated once more just moments before the fight did a total 180. Carl got way too aggressive with his lead hand, and he paid the ultimate price for that overconfidence. Mike slipped the jab and countered, putting the arrogant brawler into an unconditional knockout. That finish was hailed as one of the most picture-perfect KOs in Tyson's entire career. Now look closely at Carl's reaction in the aftermath. As the ref started the 10 count, Carl was completely unresponsive, leaving the official no choice but to wave it off. However, Carl's version of the story sounded completely different later on. In the post-fight interview, Carl blasted the ref for waving off the bout. He claimed he was fully aware of the official's count and insisted he raised his mitts as a signal that he was good to go. In the end, Tyson secured the W and successfully defended his honor.